All right, awesome, guys. What's going on, everyone? I'm going to go ahead and get this call rocking. I'm extremely excited, extremely excited. I've been talking about this for the last few weeks now and then finally getting it into action. So, guys, I want to go ahead and appreciate everyone on this call for tuning in tonight, wherever you guys are around the world. I'm super excited, super pumped. Tonight, we have an extra special guest here, ready to rock and roll and literally just pour her heart and soul into you guys for the next 10, 15 minutes or so. This call is going to bring a lot of massive value, tremendous perspective, and strengthen your belief in whatever it takes and what's possible when you stay consistent and plug in. And this individual that I'm going to be bringing on is the definition and the embodiment of actions speak louder than words. She's going to be sharing her journey the last 2.5 years of being with iMarkets Live, the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and really paint a picture of her journey so far while also learning to fall in love with the process. So many people want the results, but very few are willing to endure the actual process of things. Guys, this individual's results speak for her. I have the utmost respect and admiration for her. She is someone who leads by example, laser focused on her goals, one of the sharpest, humble, and consistent leaders, okay, and friend I have ever had the personal fortune to know and learn from. I'm beyond grateful and so blessed to have her on the call tonight and share some things with you guys that I think are going to be absolutely magical for everyone. She's coming in all the way from Australia. Aside from being an incredible leader and an all-around blessing of a person, she's a rock star trader. I appreciate her time, and I don't want to waste anyone's time. So if you have a pen and paper, get ready to take some notes. Without further ado, Miss SJ, are you there, girl?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Perfect. Yeah, go ahead. Take the floor.
Awesome. So I do have a perfectly good couch here, but I'm such a floor sitter. So I'm sitting on the floor, so excuse that. But welcome, guys. Thank you so much for getting on tonight's call. It's an honor for me to be invited on here. So thank you, Abigail. I've been wanting to link up with you for quite some time now, but welcome, everyone. I don't know where you're all calling from, but I'm in Melbourne in Australia. My journey with IML started in March 2016. Okay, so my trading journey before that started solo and independently in 2015. Though I was learning from books from my good friend Eric. He's out in Santa Monica actually, and we were actually in Vima together back with Matt and Jason and Alex in 2012, 2013. So my journey in the industry started way back, but I started learning from 2 books. So one was Naked Forex, which is obviously very advanced for a new trader. And the other one was Forex for Beginners by Anna Cooling. So that were my first 2 books that I ever started learning from. And as you guys would know, learning from a book is so much harder. Okay. I had no mentorship. I was out here alone doing it. I kind of got to this point where I didn't know what to do from then on. So put on the back burner. But the actual reason I got into trading, right? Who on this call knows who Jordan Belfort is? I don't know. I can't see the chat box, but if you guys know who Jordan Belfort is, I used to be a business developer for him out in his Brendale office in Brisbane. So I was a business consultant. I was literally working anywhere from 14 to 16-hour days, going from job site to job site, signing up students in anything from construction, so road marking, painting, just anything construction in Australia. If there was a skilled shortage, I would go around to any job sites from the east coast of Australia in Queensland up. So yeah, that was basically what I was doing. And it was my first venture, entrepreneurial venture, as a subcontractor. And during that time, I was working for about 8 months with that company, working for Jordan, literally, that movie Wolf of Wall Street where Monday morning motivation, that was literally me every Monday with pardon me, I swear a lot. Jordan Belfort in the office with 118 of us business developers listening to him waffle on. And while he's amazing at what he does, we actually didn't get paid. Okay, so the entire time, I was getting disconnection notices on every bill I had. We had a really big event up here in Brisbane about 4 weeks ago, and it was actually on a little anniversary where I got my rental arrears notice. I had 6 of them. We had disconnection notices on everything you can think of. So that there was a lot of us that were doing that, and we literally walked away from close to about $500,000 worth of commissions that we didn't get. So that put me a sub-zero bank account. I had nothing to it forced me to go back and get a job, which I didn't want, but we all have to do that sometimes. I then moved cities. I then moved to Brisbane. I got a job managing a jewelry store. That was literally like 65, 70 hours a week for $600 a week. And for me, to that point, that was in March 2016. My friend Matt gives me a call and he's like, "Hey, are you still trading?" And I said, "No, I'm not. Like, I don't have any mentorship. I don't have anyone to guide me. I'm just really stuck. I don't know what to do." So he's like, "I've got this platform I want to show you." And I was like, "Sure." So he sent me a link, which I'm sure you've all watched at some point. And I watched the webinar and I was just like, take my money. Like, this is exactly what I needed. And at that point in time, we didn't have anything. So I don't know how long you guys have been in IML, but when I first started, we only had the harmonic scanner. We had Christopher Derrick with the London session, and it wasn't recorded. So it was one of those things that if you're on it, you're on it. If you weren't, you weren't. And it was 5 p.m. in the afternoon for me. So most people couldn't even get on that because they were working. I understand that's a really early time for you. So Australia definitely has the best trading times. Like, I'm really grateful for that. And then we had Christopher Terry, 2-3 times a week for the New York session. That's literally all we had. We didn't have the academy. We had nothing. We didn't have swipe trades. So we really had to utilize what we had. So it's been really cool going from having the platform that's literally had nothing to then see what it's got now. So, I have so much belief in this company. Like, I love it. I love it so much. But, given the hours I was working, I could really only give it, my study to Forex, like 3 hours a day. So I literally cut out so much. Like, I stopped training. I stopped socializing. Like, I literally cut I made so many sacrifices because I knew this was my way out. Okay. And that's what it comes down to. Like, especially when it's a self-study type thing, like the academy, it's very easy to do. It's very easy not to do. Okay. For me personally, I've done the academy 27 times. And the reason I do that is because, you're not, like, the signals are great, but you're not going to be a millionaire off signals. Okay. You will become a millionaire off the education that IML provides you. All right. So the academy itself is literally the bread and butter. So for me, I made a habit of, at the start of each month, going and doing the academy again. It takes like 3 days. All right. So that's how, January, February, March, but by the end of the year, I've done it 12 times. Okay. So it's really, 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 like, a lot of people just do the academy once and they're like, okay, I'm ready. I'm like, you are not ready. Like, you have to keep going back to the academy because you keep learning so many things that you didn't see the first time. Okay. So for me, starting in March, I then worked my butt off and worked so hard. I was on demo account for 6 months. Okay. I was in no rush to go live because I wasn't in this for quick money. All right. I was in this for, I had the long-term vision from the start. And for me, it was like, I'm not in this for quick money, because if I'm in it for quick money, then I'm just going to go to the casino because I'm going to blow my account. And, 3 years later, I still have not blown an account. One of my best friends that I started with has blown like 6. Okay. So the difference really is in the patience. I feel really being patient with your journey and your learning, and just really respecting your journey. Don't rush it. Okay. Like, I have a little procedure that I give my people when they come in to start, like, a series of questions that I ask them in terms of, where they're at financially, what they need from this. Because if you're trading because you need money, that is just the wrong mindset. Okay. So please don't be in a rush to go out and quit your job and then, be a full-time trader, because it takes a lot more than that. Okay. And then so from March to then September 2016, I literally worked my butt off with my study and I was able to quit my job. So the reason I quit my job is I walked in, my mom started to get really ill. So she's been really ill for about the last 15 years. And she got particularly ill around that time. And I asked my boss, so my mom, I think it was my manager at the time. I was manager of the store, and then I had like the manager above me. Anyway, I went in there and I asked her, and I'm like, can I have this Saturday off to fly to Melbourne to take my mom to a specialist appointment? And she said no. And I was like, who the hell am I working for? Like, clearly a company with no soul. And then that just really upset me because, obviously you guys know, like, health is wealth. If we don't have our health, we don't have anything. So my mom really needed me at that point, and I couldn't be there for her because of a freaking job. So that to me just put a lot of things in perspective, that no one really gives a shit about you. You're just a number. And that is so upsetting. Like, it doesn't matter who you work for. No company is going to be loyal to you if you're making the money. All right. So many things just were put into perspective for me. I then that next week, so I don't have anxiety, but that entire week I suffered like the worst workplace driven anxiety where I was like vomiting every day. I just wanted to get out of there. So anyway, the next Saturday rolls around and I walked in, and by this point, so back then we had really, really, really amazing traders on FX signals. So really, really, really good. Now I know auto trading is not allowed anymore, but back then in 2016, our traders were amazing, amazing, amazing. That actually helped me quit my job as well, was the auto trader then. So I walked in on a Saturday and I was just like looking around, and Marie, she's a colleague from New Zealand, and she's just like, what are you looking at, Sarah? I won't try and mock her accent, but she's like, what's wrong? And I turn around and I'm just like, I fucking quit. Sorry, I saw her again. And she's like, what do you mean you quit? And I'm like, I quit. I don't want to work here anymore. She's like, well, you need to write a letter. And I'm like, well, help me write a letter. So I'm standing at the counter in my shop, handwriting my resignation quitting letter. And I actually texted, my boss wasn't in at that time because it was like the manager shift. So I texted her my resignation letter, worst employee ever. So I texted her and I'm just like, hey, I quit, And she's like, what do you mean you quit? And I'm like, yeah, like I can't do this anymore. So then the next day I ring my parents and they had like a freaking meltdown. They're just like, oh my God, she's quit. She's going to be a gambler. They were having a meltdown. And all I knew is that I had belief in me. I had trust in me. Okay. So I had no idea what I was going to do, but one thing I did know is that I'd figure it out. And that's the most important thing that I think I can say on this call is not only belief, but everything is always figure outable. I don't know if that's a word, but we're using it today. Everything is always figure outable. Okay. So I quit my job and I was like, fuck, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to trade. I'm going to be a full-time trader. And that's exactly what I did. I went back and smashed the IML Academy again. So by that stage, I had a live account of 2 months. And I started my live account with $250. So I have a way that I like to grow my account, and I teach this to my people just so they develop the mindset of a trader. Okay. So I also don't recommend swipe trades early on if they haven't developed the correct mindset of a trader, because if you don't have that detachment to money, if swipe trades gets a loss, it gets really disheartening for a new trader. But you got to remember that, it doesn't matter how good of a trader you are, you're always going to have losses. But when it's someone else's, it's a lot easier to blame someone else. Okay. So when it comes to trading, always remember, it doesn't matter who sent a signal out, who put what on. You are ultimately responsible. It's no one else's fault. Like no one held a gun to your head saying, you've got to put this signal on. Okay. No one did that. You did that. All right. So you got to, the detachment is so important to learn. Detachment to any outcome, detachment, completely detach your emotions from the outcome, detach yourself from money. They're really, really, really important things that you need to learn to become really good at this. Okay. So yeah, I had gone live for 2 months. I started my live account with $250. So I had about $1,000 at that point to spare. So for my mindset, I was like, all right, I'm going to open my account with $250. I'm going to grow that using the correct risk management to $500. Once I hit $500, I'm then going to deposit another $250 to make that $750. So I've got a little bit more to play with. And then I'm going to turn that $750 into $1,000. That's how I grew my account. So my first ever trading account, I grew from $250 to $187,000. I was able to buy my land, which I built my house on. So I was very patient with my time. I wasn't in a rush to go live. I wanted to nail it. So I don't know what your strategy is, but I really love swing trading. And I'll get into why I like swing trading. But so then that was September 2016. The rest of the year, I was just working from home, trading. I was also building the business. So I don't know if there's any business builders on here, but I love, love, love the business side of it. I would love to, if Abigail's going to do, I don't know if you guys are all traders, but I would love to do a business call with you guys. I love the business side. I love it so much. I love network marketing. It's amazing. So at that point, I was also Platinum 1000. So that was helping me a lot as well. What else can I tell you? Then the next few months went on, and then I went to Europe for a month with my family, and my income was trading. So that was really good. I didn't have to, worry about saving to budget. We flew my entire family business class to Europe. So, and that was all because of trading. So then that was that. And then I came back, and then my mum got very ill again. So at that point I was still living in Brisbane. I then decided to move down to where I live now. so I could care for my mom. And that a good 6 to 8 months of last year, she was in hospital. And if I didn't, so I owe a lot to this platform, okay? Because, so I get a bit emotional. If I didn't have this, like, I wouldn't have been able to care for her.
You're so good. You're so good.
So that's another reason why I like swing trading, okay? Because I didn't have to be on my phone all the time. Basically is why I like swing trading. So in terms of, making an income, this company is what literally saved my ass. I was building a house at the time, and to be 27 years old, building a house, it's not a known thing to do. Like usually it's harder to do that on your own. But if I didn't have this IML wouldn't have done, I don't know where I'd be. Put it that way. Sorry for crying. But yeah, this company, like I owe my life to, I owe my mum's life to. She's actually sick again. So she has been traveling. She came back on Sunday. So she's now home and I'm caring for her. So yeah, if I didn't have this platform, if I didn't have IML, I wouldn't be able to be of service to my mom and care for her, because my family, they're like my best friends. So I don't know where I would be without them, and the fact that I can be with her and be caring for her, and, not have to, because like if I had a job, there's no way I'd be able to do that. I'd either lose my job, like you just couldn't be able to keep a job, so this was my income, is trading. So guys, there's three things that three reasons why I love IML, okay? One is to help people. Two is to build long-term relationships and friendships with like-minded people like you guys. I don't even know any of you except from Abigail, but thank you for allowing me to share that vulnerability with you. And three is to have fun. Okay, so I've met some of my bestest friends from this, and I think at the end of the day, like IML isn't something you're going to outgrow. Okay, you won't. And if you think you will, humble yourself, because you can't. Have a trade-off with Christopher Terry. You will be humbled. This is something that, fair enough, you might not use everything. Like my personal, I made my first ever profit on the harmonic scanner. So I have, same with Tyson. I don't know if you know Tyson K. He's my roommate. He's a full-time trader as well. Absolute weapon of a trader. We have very different trading styles. Like I look at his charts and I'm like, whoa, what the fuck is that? It's not my style. But that's what I love about it, is there's something for everyone in this. Okay, so it doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what style you are, you will find your groove within IML, because there's so many educators. Okay, but at the end of the day, I stay. I've had people that have left the company because they think they no longer need it, and while they've done really well, they've come back because they miss the community, they miss the support, they miss the friends they've made, they've missed the trading calls. Okay, because trading is a personal journey. Everyone's trading journey is different, but it's lonely. I think we can all agree that trading itself, like, it's really lonely and you question yourself so much. So to have a support group that's going to help you, like, it's everything. Okay, but I think for anything in terms of like success, or maybe anything in life, I think it all comes down to belief. Okay, so if you want to be amazing at, in IML, all right, maybe you want to build a business, maybe you're just a trader, I don't know. But regardless of what it is you want to be, you need to be 100% sold out. Okay, you need to be 100% sold out. You need to believe in your company. Okay, you need to believe 100% in IML. If you don't, like, cancel your subscription. Okay, you need to believe in your product. Okay, you need to believe in yourself. All right, and I have people that don't have belief in themselves, so I instill so much belief in them first, because they have to borrow a bit of mine, because I see things in people before they see it in themselves. And that's why you, as a leader in this, whether you're a business builder or not, you have to pour belief in people, because you see it. Okay, the one thing I love about network marketing, it's like you're like a talent extractor. Okay, you like to, personal development, you learn more about yourself trading than anything else. Okay, it is like you learn to manage your emotions, which is so key for everything in life, like emotional intelligence. If people had that, their lives would be like, there'd be like no divorces, there'd be no nothing. Like emotional intelligence is so key. And that's the one thing I think in trading as well. So you need to be 100% sold out on the company. You need to believe in your company. You need to believe in your product. You need to believe in yourself. Otherwise, nothing is going to work for you. Okay. So your belief system is what determines your fate. Okay. I'd really, truly believe that. You have to believe in your CEO. You got to believe in Christopher Terry, guys. You have to believe in the company's ethics. Okay. Troy Julie does some amazing, amazing YouTube videos and interviews. Like if I ever have someone who doubts the company, I quickly send them this, because I'm like, go watch this. And it just reframes them completely. Okay, if you don't know who Troy Julie is, he's like the policeman of the industry. So he will call people out on their shit publicly and embarrass the shit out of you if you were doing the wrong thing. So I believe in that 100%. So what else can I tell you? You have to believe that our company delivers the best products and services in an oversaturated market. Okay, what we have isn't original. Yes, we have products that are only special to us, but watch the video. Inbox me on Facebook and I will send it to you. So it's just SJ Plumpton is my Facebook. So believe that our company delivers the best products and the best services in an oversaturated market. Okay. You also have to believe that what we have is the best value. Okay. Our subscription is cheap. Okay. It is. I've been to seminars that's been like $5,000 and I would easily pay that for IML. Like no joke. Okay, because of what it's done for me. So you guys, I don't know how long you've been in, but I swear on my dog's right leg, okay, that this is the best thing you'll find in the marketplace. Swear to God. Take just look at the education is what I'm talking about. The education is so key. IML TV, phenomenal, okay? So to master this belief, it can be tough, okay, because most people, they don't believe in themselves, yeah? That's why it's important to spend your time developing this belief system. Okay, developing your belief system is really, it's a combination of how you feel about, what you want, about how our company executes and how it all performs together. So with all of that, we've seen it time and time again, the success stories that have come from this. Okay, so the only thing, you can't tell me this doesn't work. The only thing that's stopping you from being the trader you want to be and taking you to the next level is your own belief system. Okay, so spend the time developing that. Okay, affirmations are so key. Don't just read them. Like go and look in the mirror, look in your right eye, which is like the window to the soul, and look in it and just be like, I am an amazing trader. Forget reading them. Go do the mirror work. The mirror work is so powerful. But I think that's really all I have to share with you. Abigail, I hand it back to you. If you have any questions, I don't know if you guys have any questions for me.
Yeah, wow, I'm blown away. And I really appreciate your time and coming on here and just sharing that. And I like you kind of talked about earlier, being vulnerable. Like that's huge. That was huge. But yeah, if you got some time, if anybody has any questions, go ham. Type them in the chat.
So Troy, my favorite IML educator, so I've definitely Christopher Derrick. Okay, only because I really like he came out here to Australia in November 2016 with Matt and Jason. But I just really like him because he was like my first teacher. So I really resonate with him, but he's not someone for beginners. So I definitely recommend, like, once you've done intermediate 1, 2, like a few times, maybe then jump on, because his stuff is not like, he'll tell you, like, he's a savage. If he's on there and he's just like, if you haven't done IML 1, get the fuck off. No, he probably doesn't say it like that, but he is kind of savage like that. But who else do I like? I really like Chance and Sam are really great if you're a beginner. Josh, I really like Josh. Is it Josh Forbes? Hey MJ, you're on. MJ, she's so beautiful. So Christopher Derrick, and I love Mike Miles. Mike, if you like taking it back to the belief systems and things like that, Mike Miles, he does like trading calls for us in Australia. Doesn't have to, but he just does them on Tuesday nights. But he's so great for developing your mindset, because, like, if you don't have your mindset right, trading ain't for you. It all comes, anything in life comes back down to your mindset. But so I really like Mike Miles, and I like the originals. I like the originals. Mike Miles, Christopher Derrick. Yeah, any other questions? If there's any business builders, feel free to message me on Facebook, and Abby can organize a call for that, because I have so many business nuggets I'd love to teach and help with that. Like, the business is a really big passion of mine.
I'm totally down to do a business builder call. I think that would be clutch, because I know you've been in the industry for a minute, and I think there's a lot of people on here that are open to the opportunity of building the business. It's just having that extra guidance and direction and hearing out somebody else's experience. I think that would be phenomenal. But yeah, does anybody else have any other questions at all?
Guys,
No,
don't rule out the business side. Swear to God. Sorry, go on.
Hello.
I think the business call would be great, honestly. It'd be really good for us. I appreciate that. Thank you.
No worries at all. If you are not a business builder on here, please don't rule it out. Like, it is, I've been in the industry since 2012, and holy shit, like, you're just gonna have to get used to my swearing too. Like, I'm Australian. It's in my blood. I need you in my life too, Caramel. Yeah, so we're actually on Fridays, which would be 8 p.m. for you on a Thursday. I've got a few American girls. So this is for girls only. Sorry, boys. If you're a girl, I would love to have you on that call. So it's 8 p.m. Fridays. It's not anything. It's literally just about pulling the women in IML together and really working hard, because we need more girls that do this. It's too much of a boys' club. But yeah, so if you're not a business builder, please don't rule it out. Like, jump on my call that Abby organized. It is truly amazing. Truly amazing.
100. I think there was one more question. What was the hardest thing to overcome as you started to trade?
Ooh, hardest thing for me, I don't know, because I was really patient with myself from the start. Like I said, if you're trading because you need money, that's when you're going to get greedy. That's when you're going to make emotional decisions. Hardest thing, it's such a hard question. I don't know, because I was really patient. Just be patient with yourself, and just don't, like I said, you'll learn more about yourself trading than you will anything else you do. Like, trading is literally personal development on steroids. I swear to God. You question yourself. I think the biggest thing too also is, like, in my trading chats, a lot of people send markups in, and while I'm all for that, I think when you're learning, you already question yourself enough. So to then have someone else's opinion on your trade is kind of, if it's not, like, if they see something different, because like I said, like Tyson, who I live with, trades completely different to me. And if I send him something, he's going to see something I don't see, and it's going to confuse me more. So I think it's just about finding a trader that you love on IML TV. Okay. And really trying to master, like, stop going from strategy to strategy to strategy to strategy. Okay. Spend a good amount of time. Like, I'm talking, like, you got to retest, back test. You got to find something that you like. If you, I only trade about 4 pairs. So I really study those. Okay, but stop trying to do so much at once. I think just pick something and really, really, really study it and be patient with it. Like, stop hopping from strategy to strategy. Like, I can even do a trading call on how simple my trading is. Like, my trading is like, I could teach a freaking preschooler to do it. So just be patient with yourself. Stop, trade hopping. Just put in the time. And don't trade for quick money. Go to the casino if you're going to gamble. Like, we get a lot of people saying, oh, it's gambling. It's like, it's not, I swear. So to change that mindset from people, like, just be like, respect it. Okay. Respect trading, because, like, this dudes. Okay. Like, this is a skill set that will pay you forever. Okay. Business aside, no one can take this learning to trade away from you unless they, like, cut out your brain. Okay. Like, no one can take that from you. You don't need anyone to do this except yourself and a computer and your phone. Okay. You don't need anything else. So when it comes to like finding your strategy and things like that, just try and keep, I think for me, just trying to keep it to yourself. Okay, where you're learning, like when you get like a pro and you like want to be on IML TV, that's fine. Then you can start sharing stuff and whatever else. But while you're learning, just try and hone in and just be by yourself and learn to trade. You know, by all means, if you've got questions, ask them, because what you don't know. But too many opinions is going to confuse the hell out of you. I feel it's going to be too much noise. Yeah, just be patient. Don't trade because you need money. Do the mirror work. Okay, mirror work is really, really, really powerful. Please make sure you have a trading plan. Okay, you don't open a business without a business plan, so you shouldn't be trading without a trading plan. Okay, you need to know where you're going, what you're doing. You need rules, and you need to stick to them. Okay, if people come to me and they haven't, like if I have like some new students come to me and they're just like, okay, I'm not getting results. I'm like, show me your plan. They don't have one. I'm like, well, I'm not helping you. Okay, I refuse to help anyone who does not make a plan and stick to it. All right, I just refuse. And I have no problem telling them, like, piss off. Go help yourself first. Okay, because you need to know where you're going. So that's why a trading plan is so important. And I always refer to that as a business plan. You know, you do not open a business without a business plan. You don't open a trading account without a trading plan. So I have 4 trading accounts. I have one. Oh, this is probably a good tip actually. So with my swipe trades, I have a swipe trades account specifically for swipe trades. Okay, that money that I open that with, I'm completely, although I'm detached to all of them. Swipe trades alone, I don't give a hell about what happens to swipe trades. That's just there for me for a bit of fun, bit of extra money. Okay, I then have my serious trading account, which I don't fuck around with. I then have another account that I'm kind of like testing a few things in. And then when I'm sure, I will take that and put it in my live account. And then I still have my demo. So I've got 4 trading accounts. But yeah, I don't fuck around with my main one. Swipe trades is kind of just like a bonus extra money. The last 4 of those have been amazing, 3, which is good. And just patience is so key. And put in the work. Like, don't expect to be amazing at this if you can only give it like fuck all time. Yep. Any other questions?
That was amazing. I'm mind blown. I really do appreciate your time. How many hours did you put in? That's a question.
How many hours did I put in? So when I started, I could literally give it like 3 hours a day, if that. That was over a 7-month period, and I was religious. So when I was doing my I was really strict with my time. So I found, like, since I've been trading full time now for the last like 2 years. And I found since I don't have a job, I'm just like, oh yeah, I'll do it later. Because I've got all this time, I don't respect my time. So what I've had to do is write out my hourly block activities. So if I know I've got, I'm just really strict with my time. And as a new trader who maybe you're all working, whatever time you've got, be really deliberate with that time. Like, really, if you've got, 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, have a task that you do for only that time, etc., etc., etc. So did I take? No, I was. Oh yeah. So every 20 minutes, I would get up and I'd like move my body, have a drink of water. Literally every 20 minutes. Definitely do that. Like, you need it. Like, your brain won't retain all that information. So yeah, every 20 minutes, I'd get up, I'd do something. Trading in the Zone is a really good book for mindset. If you want some personal development books for mindset stuff, Trading in the Zone is good. Really good. 2 minutes left. Yeah, I'm done. If anyone else has got any other questions, but Abigail, around this time, I looked up there like as if there was a clock there. There's not. Yeah, so around this time, every single day is pretty well good for me to do any type of calls.
Perfect. This is usually the time when we've been doing calls anyways. But like I said, I'm so grateful for you and jumping on here and just giving your time, your heart, your soul, your energy, everything. I know the team has been excited for this moment to happen because I've been talking about you and everything, but I really do appreciate this. I have pages and pages of notes. So glad that we recorded this. But yeah, any questions like you guys have after this call, message me. We'll definitely put something together for a builder's call or whatever. But again, Desjay, really do appreciate your time. I know the team is grateful for it. But I'm going to go ahead and end this, and I'll talk to you guys later, and you guys have a blessed rest of your day.